Hello traders, this is DFXS. Welcome to TFX family, and I believe that guys, we are all doing great. All right, in this video, we are going to demonstrate of what we have been learning about the trailing start, Fibonacci trailing start levels and trailing stop levels. And we are going to do the back testing live on TFX Advanced SMC Sniper EA. And don't forget, in this system, we have also the signal generating EA of the copy, because doing back testing with Renko, it's impossible. It's not that easy, but doing it in a candle charts, it's very, very simple and easy. And I would like you to follow this video because it's gonna blow your mind on how we have advanced our SMC Sniper EA and SMC or candle signal generating EA. And without wasting time, let's start our back testing. And we are going to start with the Fibonacci trailing start and step, all right, so that you can see live on how it works and you can understand fully about the importance of that setting and how it adds value in your trading. And alongside the video, we are going to see the importance of advanced SMC sniper. This is gonna blow your mind. And the second thing, we are going to also to demonstrate the Fibonacci exit levels, all right, because we have been learning that, and let's do it on a demonstration. Don't forget, this is applicable to our TFX Renko sniper, and since doing back testing, it's easier and simple to with SMC because it is a candle EA. It's good to understand the same setups works also with the SMC Renko sniper. And without wasting any time, guys, let's go into this. First of all, this setup of trail by Fibonacci levels on normal trade must be true, all right? This must be true. So we are going to learn on Fibonacci. Don't forget now, this is the setup of Fibonacci trailing start and step, all right? So the second thing we are going to check here, it is our setup. This setup comes by default, all right? We are going to see that the trailing stop, the trailing start must be on level 61.8, and I'm going to demonstrate this so that you can understand this setup. So let's click here on start so that you can understand what we are talking about. Now, let's talk about the advanced SMC sniper before we proceed with the video. From now henceforth, we can use Supreme to enter or to take trades. Supreme, it's a very, very, it's our indicator here that trades professionally. And we are going to see these live. And before we proceed, let's go back here so that you can understand what I'm talking about, the SMC. When trading with SMC now, SMC Sniper, this is what to expect and why we are using the, from now henceforth, we are going to use SMC with a Supreme. It works so perfectly. For instance, this is a buy entry, and we are going to do this backtesting on a gold. All right, because you can trade gold, all right, and in minute 15 or any of the time frame that you wish to. But let us analyze this technical, as more little technical analysis about the gold and Supreme. As you can see, this is a buy entry, but it cannot buy this, all right? It cannot buy this until the Supreme changes the color, all right? Until the Supreme changes the color. So this is when it will pick the trades, all right? Another buy, all right, it will only pick when the Supreme changes the color, all right? So that's when it will sell or buy. Hope you understand now what I'm talking about, all right? So now let's go this and do our back testing so that you can see practically, all right? Instead of talking about it, let's do practically. So here, it's a buy, all right? So we are waiting for the, and remember, it must confirm other technical analysis. So this one, we are just doing it for demonstration so that you can understand, all right? So we have disabled some of the technical analysis here so that we can do it very fast for you to understand the Fibonacci trailing start and trailing stop, all right? So as usual, after getting after one candle closes with a golden color, the same thing it has been doing with the Renko sniper, it is the same thing it will be doing with a Renko, with the candle chart. And this one, it will give you more profit because of scalping. We'll do a lot of back testing so that you can understand it fully. So now here we can see we have come from a sell, all right, because we have the magenta, all right, and it must confirm all technical analysis. Get that in mind. So now here we have seen that after one candle closes with a golden color, the opening price of the second candle, that is our entry point. Now, let us learn about the trailing start, all right? The trailing start, we have set here in our setting that trailing start, it is level 61.8. What is the meaning of that now? That means that when this level 61 closes or go above our entry point, that is what we call now, that is when now it will detect the trailing start, because the trailing start will be activated the moment level 61 closes our entry point. This is what I've been trying to share with you. Thank God for the wisdom and the knowledge of backtesting. Right, we can see the trailing stop at this point. Let me bring my pen. We can see the trailing stop at this point. This is a buy trailing stop, all right? You can see it, it's at level 161. And the trailing start here, the trailing start, it's at level 61.8. What is the meaning of now the trailing stop here being at level 161, all right? It's good to understand that. If we jump here, we'll find that level this means that when the level 61 closes our entry point, the trailing step or the stop loss will be brought at level 61. Let's do that so that you can understand. We are going step by step. All right, the market is going up. The level 61, it's almost closing our entry point. All right, automatically almost there. Yeah, see what's happening. Now the level 61.8, it's above. It has already closed our entry point. And now the trailing stop, which is the trailing profit, it has bring the stop loss at level 61 so that if the market can reverse, it will bank a good money. You can see how professional scalping now it will be when using this SMC sniper or even our Renko sniper. So you can see immediately when the market level 61 crosses our level 50, our entry point. This is now when our stop loss comes at our level 161, and you can see the lot size is very small, 0.06, and you can see it has already given us $187. So let us play and see what's going on, because it must continue trailing with this level when the market is going up. If the market is not reversing, you can see it is still trailing, all right? It is trailing below or behind the market with this level 161.8, and you can see we are in a good profit. So see what's happening. The more market is going up, the more we are trailing profit, all right? The more market is going up, the more we are trailing profit. You can see it must go with that level. This is the best thing I told you guys, that it will add more value and profit to your trading because you cannot exit earlier. There is no exiting earlier because we have to bank the profit. You can see when the market tried to reverse, now we are in a good profit of 447. That is the work of trailing start and trailing step. I wish you can reverse this video or review this video to see how we have traded that profit and our entry point. And I do believe that is understandable. And if you want us to repeat again, let us do it, because it's very fast. It is very fast in order for you to understand our entry point. Now you can use what do we call it? A supreme as your entry point after all analysis, and that is our entry point. All right, and don't forget now we are going to trade the profit the moment level 61 will exit, will cross our entry point. And you can see if the market can reverse here, we are still in a good profit. And if the market can continue spiking and going, and this is going up, you can see we can trail a good profit instead of maybe having targets, blah, 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 blah. That is the best way to go. This is why I'm telling you the Fibonacci, it comes to help you to bank good money. Now, let's learn the second thing about now the Fibonacci exit levels. All right, the Fibonacci exit level in case you want to exit with those levels, because we have been learning with that. So number one, it is not a must to deactivate this, but let us deactivate in order for us to learn about the exit level. The one to activate, because this one does not come by default. By default, it is that trailing step, all right, and stop. So, but if you want to exit with level 261 and level 0, if it is a sell, you must activate. You must activate instant exit, all right? So the second thing, we go to this level to set our exit level. It is 261 by default. If it is a sell, it is a level 0. Don't forget, I told you about you must now, in working with that, you must now set the amount that you'd like the EA to start trailing when it reaches to that amount. Let's say, for example, let's set this $100 and see what will happen with exit level. All right. So let's do that. And let's wait our entry point. And if you don't want to use the Supreme, you can deactivate. All right. If you don't want, you just want to use the normal candles, right? But this is the best of the best using the Supreme candles. All right. So now this is our entry point. All right. And our exit, it is level 261. But we haven't reached the amount of $100 in profit in order for this EA to exit from the market. That's why it calls instant exit. So it must wait for the profit to reach at least $100. And this is why you can see here in our history, we have already reached $100. So it can exit after reaching that amount. Let me close and let us advance again. Amount, let's say we want to exit with $200, all right? That's why it's called instant exit. The moment you reach to that amount, again, it will exit from market. So let's wait and see. That's why it's called instant exit, all right? Instant exit. You can see now that is our entry point. And to exit the market, it must reach into $200. Even if we set now $300, let's say, for example, $300, it cannot exit. So this means even if it has reached to level 261 as our exit point, even if it has reached to our level 261, it cannot exit, all right? It cannot exit until covers the amount which is $300, all right? So let's wait and see again. It is good to demonstrate this so that you can understand fully about the system or the exit point. You can see, right? Let's wait. $300. Then it can exit. So let's close that and go to the last one. Let's where is this? Where is this? Let's deactivate the instant exit. All right, the instant exit, and now go to our trailing. All right, remember our trailing. And let's say if it is a buy level, we want it to trail at level 261 or at level, let's say, this one, it's good to set level 161 and 100. All right, that is sell, sorry. That is sell. Let's set level, this is a buy 161. All right. And we can set even 100, 161, and 100. And at this trailing, we also have a money trigger. So we want the EA to open trailing when we have reached the level, the 200, because it is good to have trailing than exiting the market instantly. All right, but it is good to have the knowledge in case, because of those people who love to use a big lot size. All right, there is the one people after entry, they don't want to go either short or trade. They just want to scalp almost 200. I'm going to, you can see now we are already in a profit, all right? We are already in a profit, but because of trailing start or trailing level, it is good to understand about the difference between trailing start and trailing stop and these auto trailing levels. So this one is for the trailing levels, and we have set level 161 and 100. The moment market has closed our level 161 and we are in the profit that we set 200, this is the reason as to why it has opened the trailing profit, and you can see it can continue trailing and bank good money more than exiting from the market or early exit. So let us repeat this and set here like 100 in order, I really want you to understand this fully. All right, let's set 100 and let us deactivate. Oh, it's already deactivated. All right, that's cool. So let's now go to our back testing, because it is good to understand about the trailing level. And we have activated the level 100 and 161. It is good to understand that. You can see the market is already in 161, but it hasn't reached the amount that we want to trail with from $100. All right. And when it has reached $100, immediately now it will open the trailing profit, because we have already reached the $100, and you can see it can continue going up and give us a good money. You can see this is the best of all, because this is the reason as to why we are using now a Fibonacci retracement levels as our entry point. We can use it as our trailing step or taking profit. It is more profitable than setting the instant exit or maybe a target. You can set a target, yes, but I do believe, as you have been seeing, trailing profit, it's more valuable, it's more profitable than early exit or instant exit. All right, so you can see we can use both the trailing levels, all right, but by default, it does not come with this. This one are not activated. The only one that is activated is trailing start and trailing stop, because it gives more profit, it's more reliable. And instead of using this the instant exit, instead of using instant exit, it is better to use the trailing levels. And if it is the trailing level, if it is a buy, you can activate level 161 and level 100. And for sell, we can activate level 23 and level 38. It is simple as that. Then from that, it can trail a good profit more than having the instant exit or account profit, maybe target. But we are going to learn step by step on how the combination are. That is one of the trailing profit, and we are going to learn more of how we target the market and how our system has become, because now they are all they are all advanced into a higher level of making sure that we are banking good money. So guys, when it comes now to our entry point, you can choose to enter the market with our our Supreme, or if you don't want to use our Supreme, because by default it will come with the Supreme because we have the best setting, we set them by default. So, but if you don't want, you will not like to use maybe the trade the Supremes, all right, and you only want to use, let's say for example, the normal candles. It is very simple because all you will do, just go to this setup of Supreme here, all right? You can see here, disable Supreme. If you set this into true, this means now you are not using a Supreme, you are just using a normal candles, all right? But if you set it into false, you deactivate, you set them into false, this means now you are using a Supreme. But by default, it comes with a Supreme because we have the best of the best setup. Don't forget, guys, our ongoing offer that is going to end by 1st of September 2025. We are giving you this EA with $150, and that is a monthly subscription, and above that we add you another 1 month. So 150, you get 2 months for subscription. So you subscribe 1 month, we add another month for free. And the signal generating EA, the copy of this is dynamic EA. We have the signal generating of candles for SMC Sniper. It's only $75. So get your copy, start banking instantly because you don't struggle with setting. We set everything for you according also with your equity. We set everything for you and send the system by default so that you don't struggle. What we are learning here, you can do it on you can try to set up some things on your demo account before applying it on your real account. But your real account will come with the default setting, so you don't have to change or to set anything. That is good. And you can see we can bank now with SMC Sniper. We can bank gold like no other. So thank you so much, guys. And once again, welcome to TFX family. Thank you.